Hi friends, I hope you all are doing well. I hope you're inside, keeping warm. Most of the country I think is pretty cold and getting some snow. It is Tuesday, January 21st. I'm home a little early because school closed early. And we are expecting some snow or sleet or freezing rain or something, some wintry mix here in South Carolina. And you know, people are from up north kind of laugh how the whole town just kind of shuts down if they get an inch of snow. We mainly get ice most of the time, but we don't have the equipment here, snow plows and a stash of salt for the trucks to dump on the roads and that kind of thing. You know, we're just not prepared for this kind of weather. So if we actually do get what they think we might get, they've already said 2-hour delay to school tomorrow. Nothing has dropped yet from the sky. No snow, no. Somebody said they saw some flurries. I haven't seen any. Kind of looking out the window. So my light is not that great because it's pretty cloudy. But I want to get on here and update you all on my stitching. I'm used to looking at my computer screen and I can see it. I look at my phone this far away and it's just a blur. My eyes are terrible. And I have fairly new glasses, but the doctor told me I have cataracts, so I feel like I'm kind of young for cataracts. I don't know. But anyway, I do want to update you on my stitching. Since I last posted, I worked on my 2 WIPGO pulls, and I went to a retreat. It was a Stitch and Thrift retreat that's held in Lexington, South Carolina. I don't know exactly. I think it's around 100 people were there, and they had to change venues at the last minute, and it extended it. Instead of being Friday night and all day Saturday, because they held it at a church, it turned into all day Friday, all day Saturday, and Sunday till 6. So that was kind of a good problem to have, I think, and it was a nice place. It was in their town hall, like a meeting room there. I didn't get to go till Friday evening because I worked Friday, but had a really good time. I stayed till just about 2:30 and I was so sleepy. The only bad part for me about going to retreat is if I'm not home, I don't sleep well. And I did not sleep well, especially the second night. I got about 3 hours sleep. So I was sleepy and had an hour to hour and a half drive ahead of me. So I skipped out of there about 2:30, but it was a really nice time. Kira and Rose put on this retreat and they do a really good job. And I'll show you more about that in a little bit. But my 2 WIPGO pulls, I'm going with the Book of Days like I did last year, the same Book of Days. I just picked it up today from Office Max. I took it to Office Max and asked them to split it down the middle, put clear covers on the front and back, add some pages I gave them on cardstock, and bind it. And they did. So I added my WIPGO board and 2025 finishes. These are things I had in last year's book. And then I put stuff in here for retreats if I want to put some notes about it or some little scrapbooky kind of things. And then I just have some blank pages for anything I might want to put in here. I might not want to put anything in there, but I've got to fill in since I just picked this up, for Office Max to do all of that, it would cost around $6. So that's pretty cheap. I would get the, order it from Colorado Cross Stitcher because she offers them with the clear cover and the spiral binding, but I wanted to put my WIPGO board in there and not have to glue it in. So I believe the numbers that were called were 11 and 20. 11 was a Valentine heart, and I showed you all last time I was working on the Valentine heart. And I got the motifs out of this book. And it's got a lot of history in here and a lot of heart motifs. And I think I showed you. And this book is so old, y'all. I'm just showing it to you. I don't think it'll be a problem. They're not that great. I mean, they're kind of handwritten charts, so I don't think it's gonna. How old is this book? I know I saw it in here. Now, of course, I can't find it again. grief. Here it is. Yeah. First published in 74, second edition in 84. So I don't know how long it is before it's like anyway, I'm just gonna show you. It has 2 pages of hearts. And then it tells you where the motifs came from, what samplers they came from. And like one of the motifs that I used, well, you know, they're from samplers maybe from 1801. The oldest is 1664. Which pattern is that? This one here is from 1664, and I thought that was pretty cool. So what I wanted to do, and when I got these, I got candy heart from my son last year for Valentine's Day, and what I wanted to do is put stitching on it and use it just to display. And so that's what I did. I used all the motifs from that book. Here's that motif I showed you from 1664 sampler. And then where I had some open space, I just sewed on a few buttons. It is on a candy box. I put scrapbook paper on the back in case I display it where you see the back. Inside is still the candy things. And I thought, well, I know on this, I want to put information about each of the motifs on here, kind of like the map you have to the candy, you know, where it shows what candy it is. And on the candy tray, I thought about maybe stitching little things to put in there. Or, I don't know. I'm not sure I'll do anything with it, but I left it in there just in case I want to. So, I don't have really anything. I have a Queen of Hearts piece that I stitched. If you've been watching me a long time, you know that I offered that chart free to my subscribers, and it was a beast. It was the first thing I ever charted, and it's big. And a lot of fill-in. I mean, like a lot. If you don't like fill-in, you won't like the Queen of Hearts. But I've learned a lot. I learned a lot from that. It was a learning experience, so I'm happy with that. But anyway, so I will use this in my display. My wedding anniversary was Valentine's Day, so you would have thought I would have been a big Valentine's fan, but I just never really decorated for it. But I wanted to change that, so there you go. The other WIPGO pick was Luck. I kitted this up last year. It was in a project bag with another project, and I started the other project, Mary Sanderson. It was a sampler that had a lot of greens in it, and it was going to use the same fabric. So I kept them in the same bag, but I never started this one. So I started this one from Bent Creek. It's called Luck. Again, this is one of the holidays I have no holiday decor for. So you can see my Valentine's. All I did was pull out some red things that I had. You can see some of them. I don't have, well, I have leftover Christmas candy over here. That was red, but anyway, so this is the chart. And I'm sorry, let me back up. This is on an even weave. I believe it's 28 count, and I used 2 strands over 2. And the colors I used were licorice red, cherry bark, I'm almost out of that one, cherry wine, old red paint, and garnet. And you can see the tags that I held up with who they were by. I don't know the name of the fabric. I think that someone gave it to me, and I'm pretty sure it was 28. It might have been 32. I'm not sure if I had it marked. So, this next piece, Luck, is on, I believe it's a 36 count. And can't remember the name of it and I don't have it here with me. My last video, I'm pretty sure I told you the name of the fabric. It's got a green tint to it. And so I started it and I finished it. This is Luck by Bent Creek. I used all the called for colors. I pulled a Kim Goldman Contented Needleworker Kim. I just kind of stuck it in here until I was sure I liked it. I have a lot of frames that are stored and they're in the back of my craft closet. And my craft closet, instead of being like long wide when you look at it, it's long and narrow, and they're in the very back. And so I hadn't been able to get to them, and I kind of wanted, so it's not in here straight, I kind of wanted a gold frame for this, even though I don't do a lot of brass or gold, but I had one that was a little too small and it looked really good in gold. So I may just put it in this for this year, and I just have it, like I said, kind of wrapped around and pinned and taped so it won't fall all the way out. But I may display it this way this year, and next year I might put in something else if I find something I like better. This one's not bad. I mean, I do like it. So that's Luck. So I was excited. Both of my WIPGO pulls were starts and finishes. And we're only the 21st day of the month. I'm so happy with that. Okay. So I worked on them pretty much exclusively until I went to the retreat this past weekend. And when I got there, I worked on a couple of projects. Let me show these to you. Bear with me because I don't have them. Oops. That needle came through. I was not supposed to come through. All right, this is on a 32 count Belfast. I can't read what that says. Okay, if y'all can read it. The chart is United We Stand by Blackbird Designs. And I am doing the needle book, but I'm just doing the cover of the needle book. That's it right there. I have some needle books and I use them for travel, but something like this, like I want to display this where I'd rather put it in a frame or make a pillow out of it. So here's where I am. And I'm using the called for, which mainly are all week Style Works. And I'm stitching this. What count did I say this was? I am stitching it 2/2. Yeah, it's a 32 count. I was thinking this was a 36 count every time I go back to it and I start stitching with one thread and realize, nope, it's 2 threads. I think that's really pretty. You know, I'm a patriotic girl. Bless it. Like, I love those kind of muted prim colors. All right, another one I started on. Is Winter Rose Manor by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle. This chart was given to me by a viewer and friend who just wanted to send me something nice, and I'm so grateful for it. I love this chart. I stitched on this for pretty much all of Saturday while I was at the retreat, so I got in some hours to it. And all I did was work on building this house. I had a little bit done here at the bottom just to test the color, make sure I liked it. And I did substitute color. So this is on 36 count Pampas Reed by Atomic Ranch. Let's see if I can get a little closer. I'm sorry for the shadows. I only have a light behind me, and the light's been so good in here before, but it's so cloudy today. It's just not as good. Maybe I can stand up and see what I'm doing. And the color of the house is what I substituted. You know, a lot of people, it's that conch color, conch shell, whatever. It's just called conch, I think. But that's why it's named that, after a conch shell. And I replaced it with sand by Weeks. And you can kind of see sand is, it's got a very pinky color to it. And I thought it looked pretty good on this. I really want to get that house built. I see other people who have done them and I'm just envious. I really want to concentrate on some patterns, you know, work towards some finishes. I don't want to look at something and say, I'll get it done in a couple of years. I want to get it done this year. And the other chart that I worked on while I was there at the retreat is, let me get organized here with my colors and with my notes. Goodness. I'm looking for the name of a fabric. There it is. 36 count embellish. Embellish. I don't know the maker, the dyer. That's all I have. And I'm sorry, the chart is At Home by Brenda Gervais with a needle and thread. Every time I tried to say her name, because you know, people walk around and see what you're stitching, I would get tongue-tied on Brenda Gervais. But, you know, I love this pattern for a lot of reasons, because it's beautiful, because I want to build that stone house. Like, I guess it's, you could call it brick, you could call it stone. I don't know which you want to call it, but also that she based this on some Frederick County, Maryland samplers where they have the steps off to the side of each side of the house, and that's where I'm from. So I'm like, oh gosh, I gotta stitch that. Plus it's just beautiful. So I worked on this. And I did these Smyrnas up here on this plant. And I did, let's see, all of this from here to there. The Smyrnas and the outline of this flower are done with DMC 3778. Well, I didn't, cat is getting into my stuff. Go, 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 go. Look, see him being bad? He is very bad. The color's 3778. And I didn't have it in my kit. And I remember there was one pattern that I did where the DMC color has been eliminated, retired, whatever. I can't think of the right word right now, but you know what I mean. They don't make it anymore. And I thought that must be 3778, but this isn't a very old pattern. I can't believe she would choose that color and it's no longer available. And so one of the ladies at my table this weekend looked it up and she said, it's on 1, 2, 3 stitch. I'm like, I don't know why I don't have it. Well, I came home and looked at my DMC and I had one skein and I could tell it was a fairly new skein because I have some that have the old labels on them that people have given me some DMC. And then I remembered I bought that skein because it was on my list in my phone of what I need to buy at Hobby Lobby, but I didn't write down what project it went to. And by the time I got it and went to put it somewhere, I couldn't remember. So I need to do a better job of keeping track of that. But she just has some beautiful colors in this. This is going to be, I'm concentrating on, get this thread out of the way, this pattern this month. I want to get to that house and start building that house. and then I'll move on. But and the thing is, like, there are so many, these are the colors. Okay, well, here's the skein that I didn't kit up yet, so I haven't put it on drop. But there are so many, you can't even hardly tell by me doing this. There's so many greens in this. I mean, there is guacamole. There's cadet, which is kind of a bluey green. There is putty. Oscar. Olive. Oilcloth. Mountain Mist. Hickory 6 is kind of a brown green. All of those in one chart. There's so many greens, and you're kind of like, why don't you just pick one green? But it looks so good. You know, she knows what she's doing. There's a reason why people buy her patterns, because she knows what she's doing. So that is pretty much everything that I stitched this month. With the exception of my small exchange. I really tried to get a video done before the retreat this past weekend so that I could show you my small that I was taking. But I didn't. It just didn't happen. I couldn't get everything done in time. So I'm going to post it. I did take a picture of it while I was at the retreat, and I'll take a picture of the one I received in the small exchange, which I don't have right here with me. Forgot to grab that. But the young lady that got mine, I think she's a fairly new stitcher, and I think she liked it. I hope she liked it. What I did is I took this Lori Holt pattern, and I did the tomato. After I did the tomato, I was like, that looks like too small. So then I did the scissors, but I laid them over this way, the scissors. And then I took the word sew and I put it up here, but I swapped the colors of the W and the S. I made the scissors yellow so there wouldn't be like pink, all the reds on this side. Anyway, and I made it into a little pillow. And I used some of the trim on it that looks like measuring tape. It was pretty cute. I hope she liked it. I'll put in a picture. I received, the small I got was from Kira, the lady who runs the retreat. And it was a heart, and I don't remember who the designer is of the heart, but she backed it with wool and then did like beading around it. It was really cute, really cute. They did something different with the small exchange too, which I really like. And if you do a small exchange, you may want to think about doing this. They had everybody bring their small and said it needed to fit in like a brown lunch bag. And so you put it in the lunch bag, you put a little sticky note with your name on it, and that was it. You didn't have to, put in scissors and pins and all the extras that people put in, because some people feel like, they can't do all of that for an exchange, and it's not necessary to do that, but you feel bad when, you get like this whole bunch of stuff in your small exchange and you just gave us a stitch piece only. So they asked you not to put a bunch of extra stuff in there, just to put the piece and small enough to fit in the bag. It also was good because I went to a retreat a while back where a lady didn't get a stitch piece. She got a pair of scissors, and she was kind of disappointed, and she really was not very nice about it. But if you can't participate in a small exchange, it's fine. You don't have to do it. I've gone to retreats where I didn't do them because I didn't have time. But I think that the person probably felt like, oh, I got to do something real quick, and they went and bought some, stitching scissors and put them in there. But anyway, they wanted to avoid something like that happening. So it was good. And then everybody stood up that had to participate in the exchange and stood in the line, and you just picked out a bag out of a basket as it went down the line. That was your thing. Peek and make sure you didn't get your own. If you did, put it back and get another one. And it was simple and quick and easy. Good. It was good. I did, you know, was a stitch and thrift retreat, so people could bring items that they wanted to sell. And I bought some. I was not gonna buy any, and one of my friends, I won't name her, said, I see some charts up there in that box that you probably will like. You know, if you want to look at them, I'm just letting you know they're there. And I was like, okay. And I'm like, well, I'm trying not to buy a whole lot. I bought a lot. Bought them all from one person, and I was like, I'm done. I'm not looking at anything else. And not a lot of people sold this time. Maybe because there was a last minute move in location or something they weren't sure about. I don't know. But anyway, so here are the charts that I got. This is an oldie that I've never seen before, but two people were selling it that were there. So obviously I was late to the party. It's a 2004 pattern by La Di Da, and it's called Spotted Pony. And you know, I like that folk art look, and I just thought it was so cute. So I got that one. And then you all know well, maybe you don't know, but I'm a Carriage House Samplings fan and a Kathy Barrick fan. You know, they're sisters. And I think Kathy maybe even designed some for Carriage House for a little while, but they are just so good. You all have seen the reindeer sack, probably. A lot of you have seen that. And this is the pony sack, the horse feed sack. And it says on here there's also reindeer, sheep, chicken, Halloween, hungry hare, and pig in the series. I hadn't seen all of those. I've seen a couple of them. But love this. Also from Carriage House Samplings. I don't know how old this one is, but it's a Pennsylvania German stocking, sampler stocking. I have the Needleworker stocking by Kathy Barrick. It's very similar. This is another Kathy Barrick chart called Rebecca. I might possibly have this one. I'm not sure. If I do, it might be a giveaway at some point. But I like this bunny. Then I got a couple by Threadwork Primitives, and one of them I'm going to be working on here pretty soon. This Valentine one, what's it called? Be Mine. I'm going to work on that. In fact, I'm going to leave that out separately. And then American Eagle. I really like that too. Then I went down the sampler rabbit hole, I guess you'd say, and saw samplers I'd never seen before, and I just really like them. Jane Porteuse, I don't know. This is by Samplers Not Forgotten. I'm sorry about all the glare you're seeing my kitchen table light. I need to get a ring light. I had on my Christmas list either a ring light, which we drew names, I'm sure I told you that. And I had a ring light on there, and I had like a camping rocking chair to take to retreats. Well, I got the camping rocking chair. It was so comfy. I felt like it was kind of in the way because instead of having like the pistons that make you rock, give you the ability to rock, it had actual rockers on it. And I picked it out on Amazon. I don't know, I know I picked out several and then I narrowed it down, and I don't know if I picked the wrong one or not, but it was very comfortable. So I guess that's the most important thing. Anyway, Scarlet Letter chart, Isabella Robeson. Also by the Scarlet Letter and Wallace. The house, just everything is so gorgeous. Gorgeous. Hester's Sister. I think this is part of the Scarlet Letter. And this is an old chart. But, and it's, when I looked at it's super big. Let me see what it is. It's 273 by 201. I don't know if that's super big. But anyway, it's the ones that have the actual photo on the front. Home Sweet Home. I love those flowers. Really like that one a lot. Then this is the chart that my friend told me I would probably want, and she was correct. I've been wanting this for a while. Giga, I don't know if that's the way you pronounce that. When I saw this chart for the first time, I think maybe it was Devil Country Samplers, but it might have been somebody else. But I saw this, and that house just reminded me of my childhood home. Something about it, it doesn't really look like our home, but something about it, the roof lines or something, it just reminded me of it. And this is the chart that made me want to chart my own sampler depicting my childhood home. This was the one that did it. And I thought about putting like big things on it, like a big pear and stuff like that, but I didn't end up doing that. I kind of lost steam on that one. And I maybe told you that when I did my WIPGO parade. I don't know. I think I really was stitching it for my mom. I wanted her to see it, and of course, she's not with us anymore. But I still want to stitch it. I really do. I want it for me too. But I wish I had started it sooner so she could have seen it. The rest of these I got off the freebie table. A friend brought this to me, and she was flipping through it, and she knew that I collected silhouettes, and oh no, I skipped that page. This one I won't show you all the charts, but it has a bunch of silhouettes in it. It also has a lot of pretty florals, a lot of pretty motifs in it. I like this little horse. It's like on wheels. So I love, and the elephant. I love the elephant. You know, every once in a while I want to do my own thing, kind of like that Valentine thing I did this month. I just kind of get the creative urge to make something up myself. All right, I have a magazine here I got, and I know why I got it, but let me see if I can find the page. It's an English sampler, and this is it. And I won't stitch the whole thing, but this Tudor Rose part right here, I'd like to stitch. Just the Tudor Rose part. Someone, I don't know who, is stitching the chart that's on the cover. It's in this magazine too. I can't remember who it is. I've watched their floss tube, and they are working on that. Don't know who it is. You know, I'm doing ornaments. And this year I'm going to try and just do one ornament per person because it was just too much. This is on the freebie table, and all those I think are really pretty. Also these are all plastic canvas. Look at the houses and the tree at the bottom especially I like. And I think maybe both of those were Dottie's. My friend Dottie, she's like, oh, I'm glad you like my freebies I put up there. Me too. All right, then I got this book, and I gotta figure out why I got it. Sorry. should have put a bookmark in here. I was trying to hurry up and get my stuff together to do this video before it got dark. Where is it? Oh. Well, it shows this in a couple different places, but this balloon, it says Liberty on it, hot air balloon. I don't want to do the people or anything else around it. I just want to do the hot air balloon. It's also shown here like a whole sampler. I just love the look of that. Yeah, I thought that was cool. So I want to stitch that. That would be something kind of tall and narrow, like when I put things in a dough bowl. Sometimes I want, want different sizes. I don't want everything the same size. So, okay. Well, I have a giveaway today, and it's a pretty quick stitch. So I'm going to try and do a video again pretty soon so that I can get this chart out to someone. It's the Bent Creek chart I just finished called Luck. And if you are interested in this, please be a subscriber, like my video, and comment and use the word luck. And we'll see who's lucky this time, okay? Like I said, this is a Bent Creek chart, and it's another oldie but goodie. Where's the date on this thing? I know I saw it. 2022. Oh, 2002. 2002. So it's like 23 years old. But some things are timeless. I think this is timeless, don't you? I'm not a big like St. Patrick's Day, lucky, person, but I did used to search through the clover when I was a kid, looking for a 4-leaf clover. Didn't we all do that? I think it's going to bring you luck. And as I'm stitching all these to start at the top, I'm like, they're all 3-leaf clovers. Why aren't they 4-leaf? And then you get to the 4-leaf clover at the bottom. Like I said, a quick stitch. And the stitch, I did this on, did I say it was 32, I think? And it ends up being like almost exactly 5 by 7. So, easy finishing on it too. Well, that's all I have for today. I'm hoping we get a little snow, and we're supposed to be 2 hours delay for school tomorrow, but if we were joking saying if we get 10 flakes, they're going to cancel school altogether, and they will, because there's so many roads where, they don't thaw out. The last time we were out for snow, we went back to school and there was still ice and snow in front of one of the schools. So that just gives you an idea. They just don't have the system in place to take care of ice and snow around here. But y'all take care, and I will see you soon. And don't forget to like, subscribe, tell your friends to like and subscribe, and comment and use the word luck. All right, I'll see you. Bye-bye.